I dig Caldwell cigars. I think they're a quirky, weird, strange brand, but everything I have had from them, this brand that doesn't get enough love and you don't see it in enough spots, very, very, very groovy. It's Eat, Drink, Smoke. I'm Tony Katz, and that right there is America's favorite amateur drinker, Fingers Malloy. CaldwellCigars.com is where you go. And they've got the blind man's, right? They've got what's called the blind man's bluff. They've got the King is Dead. They've got the Eastern Standard. And then they have this whole world called Crafted and Curated. And I found this cigar when I was down in Georgia, in Roswell, Georgia. There's a place called the Cigar Merchant. And this is their Savages Malpensante. That's a freaking mouthful, Fingers Malloy.
I'll say.
Don't make it so confusing, Caldwell. Just let us say the name and enjoy. Please, don't give us any extra work. This is a really interesting cigar. Ecuadorian Habano in the wrapper. The binder is Sumatra. The filler is Dominican. And this comes in at 6x54, which means it's 6 inches long. Always makes Fingers Malloy laugh. And the ring gauge is a 54, the diameter of the cigar, or how thick it is around. Again, with the laughter. So a 64 ring gauge would be a full 1 inch around. It's a really pretty wrapper. There's a little bit of grit. You can see the veining in there. There's a nice bit of oil in there, and a little bit of density, Fingers Malloy.
Yeah.
To the cigar. There's a little bit of, hey, do I need to break out your car window? We can do that.
So I'm excited about a couple of things. First of all, I had never really experienced a Caldwell cigar before until Vegas a couple of years ago. I was sitting at the Suncoast Casino, and a guy that worked up at another sports book at another casino was sitting there, and it was just an area where people smoke cigars. And we got to talking, and I had my Herfador.
Your Herfador, that would be your travel humidor.
That's right. And he had some cigars.
You can use any kind. Herfador's a brand.
Yeah, and he said, let's trade. And he gave me a Caldwell. And I'm pretty sure it was the Blind Man's Bluff.
Yeah.
And I remember enjoying it. So that's the first thing. Second, we veered off target last week from what you called the Habano Festival. What was it?
It was a month of Habanos.
Oh, that's what it was.
And then last week, I grabbed the wrong cigar. I grabbed the Decenio New World from AJ Fernandez right there. This was a really interesting. I was down there. I was visiting my mother, visiting my brother. I ended up in this place, and I'm like, okay, I'll give that a go because I like Caldwell. The look is beautiful. Fingers, you've been smoking this. What do you got going on?
So basically, the only thing that I've gotten so far off this very subtle. At the light, I didn't get any pepper at all.
My lighter's driving me crazy.
No spice.
Don't spend money on lighters. Thank you.
I just handed you
That's right.
my lighter, which is your lighter. But so far, a little bit, maybe some nuttiness, maybe a little wood, and that's about it.
Right.
Very nice, though. I mean, but again, nothing that, you hear Habano, and you just automatically in your head, for a lot of us, just think, okay, get ready to be punched in the face, and that hasn't happened so far with this.
Yeah, Habano would give a big spice, right? Those Habano wrappers. This was kind of interesting because I think that spice plays in the leather beautifully, and we've had a couple of those over the last few weeks where we're discussing the spice that comes out of a leather, which is something that I really enjoy. This is a little more rich, a little more luscious. It plays well on the tongue. It's got a smoke that fills the cheek, and I'm telling you, just to feel this, look at this. Part of this, to me, it's too packed. It's too dense. Like, this should be a draw problem. Hold on. I just lit it up.
Oh, he's going in, ladies and gentlemen.
What?
He's I don't know. I don't know what I was going to go with.
The jaw's a little tough. But also, look how shallow my cut is.
Yeah.
I could open that up a little bit. So you cut at the cap end, and you light from the foot end. So that end that it just looks like, it's like, hey, there's nothing there. That's the foot. You light from there. Then you cut from the cap. I like to cut shallow. You did too.
Yeah.
You did too. And so sometimes you can go a little too shallow. The reason I say cut shallow, when the cap is just starting to curve, when you see that curve happening, that's where I like to cut. Sometimes you can cut a little bit higher. You can always cut a little bit more. If you cut too far in, it's wasting cigar. That's not, to me, what you should do. But in the end, it's really up to you. This is not a cigar I would do with a punch. This is not a cigar I would do with a V-cut. This is just a straight cut. Then you want to take the cigar, break it up into thirds in your head, right? First third, second third, final third, right? That's what you do. Grab your notebook. What did you eat today? What did you drink today? We're back to humidity in Indianapolis, Indiana. We had a gorgeous week. We did the show outside last week. There was no chance we were doing it outside this week. That was not going to happen unless it might have just rained on us.
No, it just feels like it rained on us out there.
And you want to write all those things down. It all affects your palate. What did you eat? What did you drink? And then what are the flavors you're getting from each third of the cigar? Write that down in your notebook. And doesn't matter how weird, doesn't matter how simple the description is. When you try this cigar a month from now, 6 months from now, whatever it is, you do that again, you get an idea of your flavors. You get an idea of your flavor profile with the cigar, what you like, what you didn't like, get your through line, as I call it, and then you're able to really kind of better understand it. This is the Malpensante, Malpensante from Caldwell Cigars.
So, you just lit the cigar. I'm a few minutes ahead of you into the first third of the cigar. Like I said, I'm getting a little bit of nuttiness, a little bit of wood, and that's about it for me. You're, 3 minutes in. What are you experiencing right now?
You get nut?
A little bit.
Like
that at the light, that's what I got.
Oh, that's not a bad call. It is rich. So what I'm digging about this is that it isn't this spice boom. It isn't this aggressive kind of neither black nor white nor red pepper, but rather it's flavor, not spice. And I'm not opposed to spice. I am opposed to overwhelming spice. Give me flavor, give me the earths, give me richness, give me tobacco forward. I'm totally cool with that. Give me coffees in there. I think there is a little bit of kind of an espresso undertone. You can almost call it a berry undertone. It's nice. It is just, it's playing comfortably and it's playing lusciously. And I dig that.
You know how sometimes when we talk about a nuttiness and you say, well, this is kind of it's got a cashew note or almond. For me, because it's a little bit of wood, a little bit of nuttiness, it's almost like a walnut for me. Is that weird?
Oh, I don't even know if I would know how I would describe it. I'd have to go eat some walnuts to be able to figure out if you're accurate. No, nothing's weird, right? Nothing's weird. I'm just saying I don't have walnut off the top of the dome in terms of flavors.
That's fair.
Yeah, like almond I do.
Yeah.
And cashew I do. Like I know where those are. Peanut, I absolutely can grab that. Walnuts
I for one of the traditions that Agnes Malloy's family has.
The good Agnes.
Yeah, they like to put the nuts out on the table with the nutcracker. So,
is that right?
Yeah. So I have had many a walnut in my life.
So joyously old school.
Yeah, right?
Right? Because not only did you have the nutcracker, you had the nut pick. Mm-hmm. It was in silver, so you can get in there and you can get all the parts of it. And then there were the filberts, and you're like, I don't even know what I'm supposed to do with that. That does not look like an appetizing nut at all. Wow, we have really gone into a unique place. Caldwell, this is the Savages, the Malpensante. Is this in the humidor? We will discuss that coming up. Keep it here. It's Eat, Drink, Smoke, and find everything we do at eatdrinksmokeshow.com and get the podcast wherever it is you get your podcast. Keep it right here. It's a $14 million class action lawsuit, and you could get paid.
Me?
You.
Wow. I'm guessing I'm going to get 31 cents.
Minus the postage. Minus the postage. It's Eat, Drink, Smoke. I'm Tony Katz. That right there is America's favorite amateur drinker, Fingers Malloy. Now, Fingers.
Yes.
We often get into some Costco news because Costco is part of Americana. It's like apple pie because the apple pie there is only $6
and weighs 22 pounds.
Costco is got sued, and they are in part of a class action lawsuit regarding misleading marketing emails.
Wow.
Misleading marketing emails.
I didn't think that was possible. I thought every marketing email I got was completely above board, and I was never misled by any email, especially from Costco.
Would you argue that all the emails that you've ever gotten were totally legit?
Totally legit. Especially, I'm expecting that $9 million from a Nigerian prince tomorrow.
You just got to send them another $2,000 so they can make sure that the account works.
Oh, is that what it is?
That's key.
Yeah.
You don't want to miss out.
That and my social security number.
Yeah. Which is 7. Just 7.
Wow.
So they're accused of sending emails promising limited time promotions and great deals when, in fact, the discounts were going to last beyond the time Costco claimed. It's against the law in the state of Washington, which is where they're based, and the suit was filed in 2025. Now, Costco says, we didn't do anything wrong. What? I believe that was the quote. What? But in order to make this go away, they're going to pay $14 million to its customers. And anyone who got one of these emails may be able to collect $500 per email. Okay, now all of a sudden you're paying attention. Now, he's searching. He's searching. Yeah.
I will say this. For all those people out there right now who delete everything out of their inbox at the end of the day versus me, who has 87,000 unopened emails, all I can say is, I'm in the money. I'm in the money. Don't know the rest of the words, but...
That's a lot. Final hearing takes place in October to determine if the court approves the settlement. And here's the kicker. You don't have to have a membership. You have to have gotten the email between June 2nd, 2021 and July 7th, 2026. You must also be a resident of Washington at the time that you received the email.
You know.
Huh.
Well,
yeah.
That's an onion in the ointment.
You're not in the money. You lost the money. You almost had some new shoes, and now you're barefoot and crying all the way home.
Hey!
Yeah.
Boy.
How have we not won a Grammy?
All I can think of is all of that rotisserie chicken I was going to buy with that $500.
Did you know that they got sued over their rotisserie chicken? They got sued over the rotisserie chicken. The lawsuit took issue with the fact that the grocery chain, this according to the takeout.com, advertises them as preservative-free, even though they contain sodium phosphate and carrageenan. So do you, Fingers.
It's true. I mean, anyone who's ever had a Costco rotisserie chicken for dinner, they sit back and they put, of course, the chicken on the saltine cracker because that's how you eat it. And how can you not taste the sodium phosphate?
I'm sorry. How do you eat it?
On a cracker.
Yeah.
I'm fancy.
Really?
No.
Yeah, I didn't. I didn't think so. We used to get the Costco chicken all the time, and then just somehow that just dropped out completely from our menu. I don't know what happened actually.
You know why? No, I shouldn't say this because I do not want to get sued.
Is it all the phosphates? Is it all the?
I thought it was a billboard for sodium phosphate when you're looking at it and you're like, boy, that bird, because you buy a rotisserie chicken at other grocery concerns.
They're smaller.
Yes.
Is that what you're basically saying?
These look like Chernobyl birds. And they're delicious. Don't get me wrong.
Chernobyl adds that certain je ne sais quoi.
They're delicious, but you look at that. This is really only $5. Yeah. Of course, it's what they in the retail business, what they call it, a loss leader.
A loss leader, Fingers.
Yeah, they get you, they rope you, they reel you in with that rotisserie chicken and that $1.50 hot dog with no onion gun, and then next thing you know, you walk out with a grocery cart full of $600 of stuff.
My youngest full-time job needed some basic work pants, right? Same uniform, if you will, every day, black pants. And my wife's like, I'll go to Costco. They've got, it'll fit. It'll be fine. And she finds them and they were on sale, $5. She buys 5 pairs of pants. And she's like, that's all I needed. I then proceeded to buy $600 worth of bourbon.
You're a page.
Absolutely true story. One of which we're drinking today.
Nice.
Very, very excited about what we're drinking today.
I know from time to time I talk about how I need to lose weight.
What?
I know.
I think you look great.
Thank you. But it depresses me because the amount of times I've gone into Costco and said to myself, I would really like to buy some clothes here. I'm already at a disadvantage because I'm 6'7".
Yeah. You're not 6'7".
I'm not 6'7", but
6'3".
I'm 6'3".
Who lies about being 6'7" when you're 6'3"?
Look at every dating profile on the internet today. Everybody lies about their height. Everybody does.
The only thing that I've seen from comics as of late, where they're all doing the same act, and I love it, is reminding women that they are all snobs and they're all heightists and they don't care what they say about men. If you're not tall, get out of here. You deserve to be alone. You really do. They're all correct. All of these comics, they're all cribbing off each other. It's one joke, and every single one of them who says it, I'm like, yup, no problem.
Tony at eatdrinksmokeshow.com.
Oh, feel free. Feel free. For all of you ladies who are like, no, I'm not going to date that guy who's under 6 foot. I will send you the address of where you can get some cats who will slowly eat you when you die alone.
See, I thought you were going to go with Mittens is an excellent name for a cat. That's what I thought you were going to go with.
Why would you ever think that?
I don't know.
I love it, but it is true. The hate of somebody who's under 6 foot. What is this? Stop being silly.
I don't know what that is like myself.
Yeah.
Because I've been over 6 foot since I was 14 years old.
So I am 5'7", 5'8" on a good day.
Yeah, depending on the shoes.
Depending on the shoes, right? I've never once had a thought about my height. Like, it's never dawned on me. There are people taller than me. Fine, great. My kids, because my wife is all of 6 inches tall. My kids are not as tall as me. I will tell you, I feel guilty.
You feel responsible.
I'm absolutely responsible because I married for lust and not for my children's vertical future.
Wow.
I am at fault.
A lesson for everyone.
It is. Eat, drink, smoke. It is your cigar, bourbon, foodie extravaganza. I'm Tony Katz. That is America's favorite amateur drinker, Fingers Malloy. Find everything we do at eatdrinksmokeshow.com. The videos on YouTube and on Instagram. So YouTube, Eat, Drink, Smoke. Instagram, Eat, Drink, Smoke podcast. Make sure you subscribe, like, leave a comment. Do all of the things we are smoking from Caldwell Cigars. This is part of their crafted and curated Savages Malpensante. It's a mouthful, man. It is a mouthful. It is a line that they do over there at Caldwell Cigars. It's the crafted and curated series, different blends created by Robert Caldwell. And then there's the Savages line. It is the Savages Malpensante, which is a 6x54, utilizing that Ecuadorian Habano, Sumatra seed binder Dominican in the filler, Fingers Malloy. And we've just started this. I'm in the first third of the cigar. It is a really enjoyable, flavorful, but not in any way an overwhelming stick.
Everything is so subtle with this stick. Mm-hmm. To me, if you would have handed me this and said, guess what the wrapper is, I would have said a Habano wrapper. It has been very, very... the notes have been subtle, like I said. The wood note for me, there's like a nutty, like kind of a walnut flavor to it for me. Other than that, I haven't really gotten much of anything in the way of spice or pepper, nothing like that.
Crazy interesting.
No complaints, by the way, either. It's very nice. And we are, 20 minutes into this cigar? It hasn't moved all that much. Right. It's still early, but it hasn't moved.
So it is, the wrapper is this beautiful, beautiful, rich brown with like a misting of black, kind of falling gently on it. The wrapper has oil and a little bit of grit, which I love. I love that feel so tremendously. It is just packed. It is full. Like the draw is a little tight. I don't mind that. I don't mind the tight draw. It means that sometimes you're working a little bit harder, and sometimes when you do that, you might create a little more heat. You got to be aware of that. So you got to slow down a little because you create that heat. You'll create, as you talk about, that ammonia flavor. You got too much combustion in there. You can create when it plugs up, right? And you're like, you can't get any more out of it, and you ash it and you realize that like chunks are coming out that are like smoldering. If that's ever happened to you, I went through a phase for about 5 months. That's all that happened to me. I don't know what the hell happened. I forgot how to smoke a cigar. So a cigar that needs a little bit more in the draw works for me. And so this is a little more in the draw, but it's a really nice piece.
Now, you mentioned at the beginning of the show that you felt maybe you were going to have to cut a little deeper on the cap. You got a shallow cut, but you haven't really monkeyed with it, though, have you?
No, I'm good. I did a little pinch and roll with it.
Oh, what do we call that?
Well, I don't know. What do you call that?
The old pinch and roll.
So sometimes if the cigar is wrapped a little tight, thumb, forefinger, and you roll it. Press down a little bit and roll it. And sometimes you'll hear it crack, right? Don't be afraid. You just don't want it to crack too much. You don't want to create gaps and spaces in it. You just wanted that tobacco inside to get some movement, let a little bit of airflow through so you get an easier draw. This is Caldwell, the Malpensante. This is not everywhere. I've not seen this cigar everywhere, but then again, Caldwell cigars is not everywhere.
I got to tell you, that was one of the things I was going to mention, at least here in central Indiana. I haven't seen Caldwell on shelves very often.
Just because we go there and they're friends, Smoker's Choice in Brownsburg, Indiana.
Okay.
This is where we get it locally. But it is in humidors. They are around the country. You can places you can find them online. Fingers Malloy. Is this in your humidor for $17?
Boy, I was really hoping you were going to say 13, 12, 13, something like that. 17 makes me think a little bit, but yeah, maybe one.
Yeah. The answer to me is yes. It is on flavor profile because I really dig it. I'm not going to lie. This, for me, could make a list.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this is a really nicely done thing, right? This is the second one that I've had. I like the first one. I like this one. I'm going to try a couple more of these. It's working. The richness is really working for me on this. I would like if the draw was a touch easier. I don't mind this. A touch easier, not too much, because I don't mind working for it a little bit. But it's really pleasant. There is good smoke coming off of it. There is lovely flavor coming out of it.
I have no quarrel with you as far as the flavor profile. With me, this is all about a value conversation, right? And $17. And again, we're at the point where maybe there's now it's again time to reevaluate what is A-okay for spending on a cigar, the amount you're willing to drop. And I'm not saying I'm not willing to drop $17 on a cigar. I'm just saying that I was really hoping you were going to say 12 to $13.
Speaking of reevaluating, Did you see this? This is what took place last week, implemented last week. The new tariffs.
Oh, no.
Did you think you were getting a reprieve? If you see prices go up at your local tobacconist. Dominican Republic, 12.5%. Nicaragua, 12.5%. Honduras, 10%. So that one stays the same, but everything else has changed. And Nicaragua has a second problem with the president of that country, Ortega, who decided, did we talk about this the other day?
No, you brought it up
and we didn't get to it?
But we didn't get to it.
Ortega announced that there would be no elections. He's the president for 5 years, and the Congress had decided to add on another year to his term. Like, that makes perfect sense. Then again, this is a country where his wife is the vice president. Yeah, things are bad. And as I know it, the U.S. State Department doesn't recognize him as their leader. So this was to thwart any election possibility of him losing power, because as we're seeing in a lot of Central American and South American nations, what has been a long-term trend towards political leftism and socialism is getting a lot of pushback. This started with Javier Milei in Argentina. We have seen what's happening in El Salvador with Bukele and how they're dealing with criminals there. And so there's been this trend, this movement that's been happening. And he decided, well, why have that? No elections.
Yeah, there's been movement, all right. It moved all up to New York City.
Wow. That was political.
What?
That was political.
That's what the mayor says. I'm not being political.
That's
I'm
true.
just reporting. You decide.
I believe that line is already taken.
Drat.
Right?
All right. How about this? I can't believe I ate the whole thing.
That's free. You could use that anytime
Thank
you like.
God.
So the issue with Nicaragua is going to be what happens if this administration says we're not doing it. You can't just decide to eliminate elections. We're not trading with you. Let's add another 40%. You can't do this. It's going to get bad for cigar manufacturers. It's going to be bad for shops. And it's going to be bad for you, me, and we. Bad for those of us who buy cigars because that price is going to go up because of tariffs and price is going to go up because of scarcity. And I don't know if I'm at the place where I tell people, get your boxes now. Get them before it's too late. Hoard them like toilet paper during COVID. I don't know if I'm that guy, but I like doing that voice a lot.
Yeah.
But it has all of the opportunity to be really, really, really bad.
I really hope it doesn't get to the point where it's like toilet paper during COVID.
Yeah. Did you hoard toilet paper during COVID?
I still hoard toilet paper.
Oh, you use it as currency.
Yeah. Some people collect stamps.
Right.
I collect rolls of toilet paper.
This one's quilted. This is the one they use in institutional prisons. And this one right here, utilized at the Ritz-Carlton.
What's the Ritz-Carlton?
Very fancy.
Oh, wow.
Very chic.
Do they have AM, FM radio?
And 8-track.
Wow. Gotta visit that place. Do they rent by the hour?
Honestly, they might. It's a high rental, but I'm willing to believe that the Ritz-Carlton, somebody got a room for at least a good 14 minutes. And that included the cleanup.
Oh, wow.
What?
That's
you got to
nice.
make the bed.
Yes, I know that's.
What? You know what? Never mind. I don't even want to know where your head was. Probably in the gutter. Probably in the filthy, filthy, filthy gutter.
Said 14 minutes for a hotel rental.
We spoke a couple weeks ago about this recall on wire bristle grill brushes. You're cleaning off the residue. You'd made burgers, whatever you made, and it's a way to get the grills clean. And they work great. The problem is the little metal bristles can break off and they can really damage somebody, really do a lot of harm. It's Eat, Drink, Smoke. I'm Tony Katz. That right there is Fingers Malloy.
Goodness, it was that teenager in Minnesota who consumed a burger that had one of those wire bristles. And Google the story. I don't want to get into it. We already had a little bit too much information episode last week because I think we said explosive diarrhea 34 times.
Is that right?
During the show. But he got that bristle caught in his system and he had to have emergency surgery and you don't want any of that.
No, zero. So we've been following on where some of this is going and some other opportunities for cleaning your grill. And I talked about doing a steamer to do that. And you would come across this list of the 11 clever grilling supplies worth getting on Amazon. They're not clever. Tongs and color-coded prep trays are not clever. It's what everybody has.
Wait a minute.
Sturdy apron
Wait a minute.
is on this list.
Hold on a second.
What?
You have color-coded prep trays.
No, mine aren't color-coded, but I do have prep trays. Like I do have like stuff that I can prep and then bring it out.
Oh, absolutely. Those are called paper plates.
Yeah, fine. Fantastic. Right? And then there's lights that you can get for your grill and everything else. If you're grilling at night, heat-resistant gloves, bunch of things. But it starts with bristle-free grill brush. So I've been looking into this, and somebody I know said that they had one and they used one. I came across here. This is here. Take that one right there.
Okay.
All right, I got two.
Use this one.
So-
Burglars come in.
Dude, it's how heavy is this? I have no connection to this company whatsoever. None. I bought them. I'm going to see if they work. They're called Grill Rescue. That right there, the way they do it, is that the part that you are cleaning with, right? No wire bristles. It quite literally says no more wire bristles. Don't risk your life. It's fire hose material.
Oh.
So I got two different kinds. One is a straight one like you have, and the other one has like fingers almost And no, not like you.
Oh, I show up and I clean your grill.
That would be awesome. And so it'll get in between the grill slats. It is on a red plastic handle, and supposedly these things are replaceable. You can just, when they're used, replace them. And it's kind of like the steaming idea, because you dip it in water, you wet them, and then you do it, and then between the action and the steam, you're getting rid of what's been left on the grill.
So yours have the grill fingers.
Yes.
Mine is a solid pad.
Yeah.
So is this for a griddle and yours is for
I
the
think you could
grill?
use that for grates as well. Don't get me wrong. They talk about the fact that they do a good job with the packaging of the giant box here, right? About what to do. And it says a portion of proceeds are donated to military, police, and fire rescue personnel in need. GrillRescueFoundation.com. Again, don't know anything about them. I just thought it was a really smart kind of thing. Can't wait to try it and give a review of it, which is exactly what we're going to do.
So this says on the side here, you preheat your grill to 400 degrees.
Yeah.
You soak the brush in water, and then you wipe your grill clean.
That's it. That's what you do. So they sell other types, and I don't know if I'm endorsing this yet. I bought them because it was a recommendation. I'm like, I want to try this. I want to see it. And it was like, buy one, get one 50% off. It was buy one, get one free or something like that. I would only say this to Grill Rescue, right? I can't wait to try it. Where the handle is, there's no like ribbing or anything else to make it easier to grip. It's a little smooth. If you've got you've got rescue kind of printed in here, but if there was a place to put your thumb so you can actually like get a little more strength to it or get a little more action to it, as opposed to putting it on where it says rescue, and if there was a little bit of a grip, it's the only thing like off the bat or like I'd like to do. It's a weapon, dude.
Yeah.
But I want to see if this works. The idea of old fire hoses being utilized is a very, very cool idea. Grill Rescue is what it's called. So I'm going to give this. You want to take one?
Well, here's my advice for the folks out there. You use one of these, and then if they don't work, you can use them as a loofah. No?
Yeah, it's going to take the skin right with it.
Oh.
I don't think it will. Maybe. But it's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah, so preheat your shower to 400 degrees, and then go right for the back, right back there.
You get rid of all that grease.
Yeah, exactly.
But this is the direction people need to go in. The wire bristle stuff, I just want to remind people, go ahead, just drop it.
Oh.
Not a good place to be at all. This is the kind of stuff. If you've got ones that you're using, we'd love to hear about it, right? Let us know at eatdrinksmokeshow.com. But the bristle free, yeah, and that with a little bit of steam to really get things off there.
Yeah.
I get it. The wire bristles work. Just not worth the risk.
You want to stay away from those. But going back to the grilling supplies, not necessarily on Amazon.
Yeah.
But there are a couple of things that I think that I would like to get. Well, one specific thing is, when you're having a lot of people over, I like the idea of serving barbecue the traditional way, having like a metal tray with the butcher paper, because it's easy cleanup and everything.
Right.
How do you go about when you're having, because you listen, you know me, I haven't had anybody over to my house in 22 years.
Correct.
My family barely shows up. You, on the other hand, it's barbecue every other weekend. You've got you do the briskets. We'll get into a discussion later.
We'll get into the pastrami. I'm not done. I will not be defeated.
So do you have those types of like trays that you
No, I don't. I'm not. To me, that's a little bit of affect that I don't need. I get it for other people, like it might be like a cool thing that they want.
I think it's easy cleanup too.
I'm cutting it on the cutting board, and then I'm just letting people grab from the cutting board. Right.
No
Super
plates
easy
at all.
done.
Just a toothpick and then a cocktail napkin.
Toothpick. Fisto Meat, which is the name of my band in college. I get what you're saying. You put the butcher paper on, you put the meat on that, you just slide off the butcher paper when you're done. It's an easy cleanup. That's what plates are for. Plate.
Okay.
I have a sink and a dishwasher. I'm good.
Wow, you have all the modern conveniences here.
It's the world of tomorrow today,
That's true.
as you would say. But I like the look of the trays. Don't get me wrong. But I was at an event on Sunday where the brisket was served with pickled onions and pickles that were fresh made. I'm like, that is something I have to get into.
Oh, nice.
I really do have to get into that.
Here's another thing that I've been noticing lately. I was going to get into whether or not aprons are really a thing, but we'll save that for another day, because I'm seeing more and more people discuss taking their brisket off the smoker at between 180 and 190 and then holding it in an oven for 18 hours. You've seen this too?
Oh, absolutely.
So I'm tempted to try that because I've never done that before.
So I have come to the conclusion that my thesis is correct in our book, Let's Go Barbecue. You can find that at Amazon.com. Let's Go Barbecue, recipes, tips, and tales from the pit. But I can be swayed on what that temperature is. What I need to do in the next version, I am a believer that you keep the temperature at 225. You can change anything else. I have now determined that my smoker, their 225 is a different 225 than other people's 225s. It's too hot. I need to bring it down. But constant temperature and then change it. What you are discussing is you can keep it at 225, get to an internal temperature of about 170, 175, wrap, cooler, let it hold. Now, you're talking about putting it in an oven.
Yes.
And letting it hold and letting it hold. What they're actually doing is discussing a concept, and I believe, although they don't say it, of steaming. And so therefore, they're getting more tenderness that way. I love the idea. It's where I think I went wrong on the pastrami. I need to build, if you will, the steam table to do it. But this idea we are going to be looking into, we're going to be trying some other ways to make sure you have a tender brisket and a tender pastrami. So in my Costco travels, it's not that I get all my bourbon from Costco, but it is true. The other day, I found like 5 or 6 different things. I'm like, yes, please.
Yeah.
Yes.
They had Old Granddad 114 there, a fifth of it for less than $20.
Yeah. You know where it is now? Right there. But we're not drinking that today. Today, we went to Jack Daniel's, and this is the Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Heritage Barrel. Remember, Tennessee whiskey, not bourbon, because that's the way they like it. Who am I to argue with their marketing or the charcoal filtering or anything else? And this comes in, Fingers Malloy, I'm so glad you asked. 7 years aged, 80% corn, 12% malted barley, 8% rye.
That's very exciting. You know what else is exciting?
What?
This is Eat, Drink, Smoke. You're Tony Katz. I'm Fingers Malloy.
I didn't say that?
No.
I was very excited about the Jack Daniels. It is Eat, Drink, Smoke. That's the name of the show. That's right. I apologize for completely forgetting that we're here for a reason, to let you know the show. I was excited about the Jack Daniels.
You should be.
I am.
Why are we going higher and higher in our octave?
I don't know.
I got nothing. I'm excited.
Comes in at 100 proof, Fingers Malloy. See? Now he forgot the name of the show, too. It is Eat, Drink, Smoke. It's good to be with you guys. Thank you, Eat, Drink, Smoke Nation. All sorts of excited. I have never seen it before. This is 2020. This didn't come out in 2025, I don't believe. But 7 years aged. So I don't know when this one was done. Oh, no. Got it right here. This went into the barrel July 30th, 2018, and got bottled on February 3rd, 2026.
I was thinking February 5th, but we'll go with February 3rd.
You are wrong. First of all, that color is gorgeous.
Yes.
That is gorgeous. That is orange right there. It's a beautiful, beautiful color. Not very viscous. A little sticking to the glass right there as we drink out of our Eat, Drink, Smoke Kinsey glasses.
Yeah.
How nice is that nose?
It is wonderful.
Now, not a traditional Jack Daniel's nose, because there is an absence of banana.
There is. The first thing that hit me actually was honey.
Honey?
Yeah.
That's what you're getting?
Yeah. And then a little bit of baking spice. It's very nice. Are you getting I was expecting a little more oak. You getting?
Yeah, I'm not necessarily getting oak.
And you're not getting much in the way of an ethanol alcohol.
I take that back. There's a little bit of oak. There isn't an ethanol. It's I get more vanilla. I'm getting more of a lusciousness, like a vanilla cream.
That's nice.
Maybe there's a little bit of fruit in there.
Here's what's strange.
That's really good.
So right on the nose immediately, I got honey. And then I got my nose in there a little deeper, and I'm not getting that honey so much. It's getting more of that baking spice and that oak, and then there's a sweet. If vanilla cream, I'll go with that. It's nice.
It is very, very nice. Yeah, honey always hits me as something that's a little more brash. It doesn't hit me as an initial sweet of any kind, because it to me it always hits a little jarring. Just always has for me. So I didn't get a honey thing off the first.
That's the first. I mean, when I got my nose about 3 inches from the glass,
Yeah.
that's the first thing I got was honey.
Are you ready for this, Fingers Malloy?
Tony, I've been ready for this all day.
It is the Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Heritage Barrel right there. And Fingers is doing what's known as the Kentucky Chew, moving the juice around the palate, getting an idea of the flavors. I believe in the 2 sips methodology. The first sip to set the taste buds. The second sip to really get an idea of where those flavors are. 100 proof, Fingers Malloy, 80% corn. Should be sweet, 80% corn. What say you?
There's This is wild. This wasn't what I was expecting at all, because to me it doesn't have that, I don't want to say banana punch, but that banana that you would expect from Tennessee whiskey. Maybe you could talk me into a little bit of that, but there's almost like a dark fruit to it. That oak is there. And there's chocolate on the finish. It's different than what I expected it to be. It's very good.
All right, I'm going in. The Heritage.
There's that banana.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Wow.
On the finish.
Yeah.
The Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Heritage Barrel, 100 proof, 50% alcohol by volume, 7 years aged. Here I go.
He's going in, ladies and gentlemen, and he's doing what we like to call the Saginaw Swish, the Memphis Munch, the Chattanooga Chomp, the Kentucky Chew, the Tennessee Twirl.
Yeah. That's a sting on the tongue. That's a sting on the tongue. Oh, people are going to like this. That first hit, that first get it down, see how it coats. I thought it came across a little thin. I think that's not a honey. It's sweetness. First of all, there's oak there. Mm-hmm. Heat center chest. Right there. Boom. Hey, how are you? How's your sister? That's where I'm feeling it. The sweetness builds in the finish. That's super pleasant. But the palate hits a little thin. I'm going back in.
Oh, good for you. He's doing his 2-sip methodology. And what say you, Tony Katz?
Man, can I pick a sweet one or what? This is like the third one in a row. It's like, what in the world?
No complaints.
But this is not a syrupy sweet. The oak is there. The vanilla caramel is there. There is it's just a sweetness. I don't know what that is.
See, I was getting a little bit of dark fruit. And then then chocolate and banana at the there was a chocolate finish, and then it was like I was just sitting here for a couple minutes, and there was like, oh, wait a minute, there's some banana there that I didn't get right at the first.
I don't have that.
No?
Oh no. I don't have banana at all.
Do you think I'm talking myself? I'm just saying Jack Daniel's, and I'm just trying to talk myself into it. Because it took a good minute and a half before I was like, oh, wait a minute, there's some banana there.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think that you are. If you're experiencing it, you're experiencing it. Fingers Malloy, is this in your liquor cabinet? I remember I got this at Costco for $61.49.
Yeah.
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 We have had 2 different bourbons over the last 2 weeks, over 100 proof. And I thought both were smoother than this. But I absolutely get how this is going to work for people. Easy to tell. Easy to understand how this is going to work because it isn't as sweet as those other ones. Those were more sweet than the proof. This, I feel like you get a little bit more of the proof at 100 proof. But $61.49 for the Jack Daniels enthusiast who wants... It's weird to say the word upgrade.
I was hoping you were going to say under $50.
Yeah, I did not say under $50. Definitely more depth here. Definitely more depth. The single barrel heritage barrel from Jack Daniels, their Tennessee whiskey. Interesting. So Fingers Malloy said to me, Tony, if you think that the Snickers cake bites are good, you don't know anything. And I said, I don't know anything. And Fingers Malloy said, and I'll quote here, you don't know anything.
I believe it was, you don't know nothing.
That was probably more like it. Yeah, that's
exactly how it went down.
It's Eat, Drink, Smoke. I'm Tony Katz, and that is America's favorite amateur drinker, Fingers Malloy. And we had done this review of these Snickers cake bites, which was pretty good. It was a pretty good dessert, but the way they did it in a little like tray. It was like 3 pieces, but they were small pieces, almost like nugget pieces. And I was discussing how if they served this as a loaf, and you could then slice it, and then with coffee, it'd be fantastic. And then Fingers Malloy said, Tony, if you wanna have the finest store-bought dessert ever, not from the bakery section, no, from the freezer, you need a Pepperidge Farms coconut cake. And I said, I'm sorry, we need what? And he said, Tony, you need a Pepperidge Farm classic coconut layer cake. And I said, all right, I'll take your word for it. And then what does he do today? Walks into the Eat, Drink, Smoke studios. Sponsorship's now available. And he has the classic coconut layer cake from Pepperidge Farm. Fingers Malloy, are you very excited?
Coming in at 100 calories.
It's actually 250 calories.
Rat.
It is 250 calories for an eighth of this cake. Now you say to me, how big is this cake? You ever see that the Ant-Man where they go into the quantum realm and everything gets really small? Yeah,
Did you just make that up?
That's a small cake right there.
Yeah. Serves 8, serves 1.
Yeah, this serves 4 people. Everybody gets a quarter.
Yes.
Right? That's what this is. And by the way, it doesn't even come in a wrapper. It's the box. It's the cake on a little bit of like a styrofoam tray.
Flash baked for your pleasure.
It does not say flash baked, does it?
No.
Okay. It could have for all I know.
Yeah.
And the best is it's got cutting instructions here for how you can cut it into 8 perfectly symmetrical slices. We'll just put the box over to the side right here. Fingers, why is this? It's all white. It's white frosting. It's got white coconut. Why is this your all-time favorite?
Yellow cake, white frosting, and coconut. And it's $4.50.
This, okay. $4.50 for this. That is fine. That is good. Now we're gonna try this.
Part of this too is, when it's introduced, something like this is introduced to you in your childhood, it tastes like your childhood if you stick with it. So it reminds me a little bit of 8-year-old Fingers Malloy.
And Mother Malloy would bring you a slice of cake and let you watch TV.
It'd be my birthday cake, and I would get my birthday cake, and I would sit in front of the television and watch the Muppets.
Is that true?
Yeah.
This was your birthday cake?
Yes. That happened last year.
Oh, makes sense. So how do you want to cut this? How do you want to do this, Fingers Malloy?
Listen.
So this isn't about flavor. This is about nostalgia for you.
Well, it's also about flavor.
Okay. How do you want to cut this? Can I just cut it straight like this?
Cut it straight.
So we're having a taste. We're not doing.
Yeah.
What, you want to move a little thicker?
Whatever works for you. Both of us, though, we need a side of the cake.
So I'm just going to do that.
Yeah, there we go.
I'm just going to do that right
Okay,
there.
Look at that. Wow, this is all very exciting.
And let me tell you, this is the best radio you're ever going to hear. 2 grown men cutting cake is it right here. So I got you a plate.
Oh, wow.
You got to hand me back.
So I will. Here's what I'll do. I will.
You take that one. That one's bigger.
Oh, that one's. Oh, you're afraid it's going to go straight to your thighs? Is that what you're scared of?
Yes, we all understand what I'm afraid of.
That's mine.
I'm going in. The icing squishy.
Now, this was taken right out of the grocery store freezer.
Oh, directly here?
Yes, and because it hasn't been out of the freezer very long, we sat it out in the sun for about 45 minutes. But it's a flavor enhancer,
right,
ladies and gentlemen.
Salmonella will do that. But you do like the flavor because this, as a kid, this is what you wanted.
Yes, absolutely. And as an adult,
yeah, still what you want.
Absolutely, I could eat that whole cake and not think.
So
twice.
There's 3 layers here, 3 layers of yellow cake. 2 layers of the frosting in between, and then of course the frosting on top.
So the best way to go in.
Yeah, the best way to go
you
in.
need to go in and get a triangle that is all covered with frosting.
So I gotta go. So we picked the corner piece. So I've got frosting basically on 3 sides.
That's right. Now you're not a big coconut guy, right?
I like coconut, like in coconut donut, like I've talked about toasted coconut from Dunkin'. I think I'll like this.
I think you will too.
My God.
I guess at this point, go ahead and
let me see if I can smell it first.
Yeah. Oh, what is it on the nose?
Oh, it's coconut and wait, diabetes.
Oh, nice.
What it is right there. All right, Pepperidge Farm. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. How long? So they've been selling this for a while.
Decades.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going in. Here it is. The coconut layer cake from Pepperidge Farm. Is it as good as Fingers Malloy's childhood?
Oh.
No pressure. Whew.
There you go. He's going in, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to do the whole Saginaw Swish thing.
Yeah.
So,
I'm going to eat this, but that's not my coconut.
No?
That's not my coconut.
What is your coconut?
Toasted, a little crunchier.
Oh.
Right?
Is it frozen?
No.
No?
No, it's perfect.
Good. So remember that. If you need to thaw the cake out, make sure you wait until about midday and set it right out in the sun for a good 45 minutes.
It's been a public service announcement from Eat, Drink, Smoke. It's good, man.
Good with
it's
coffee.
Cake. Oh, yeah. All day with coffee.
So
$4?
Yes, $4.50. Now, there's a part of me right now that thinks maybe we've done this before. Maybe
never.
3 or 4 years ago.
Absolutely never.
You sure? Because
I'm 1,000% positive.
If we did, I'm thinking to myself, oh no, it's a shame we're doing this again. Oh gosh, we're running out of ideas. I can't believe we're going to do this again in 2 years. Yeah.
Too coconutty.
Oh.
Too coconutty. What am I supposed to say?
I don't.
For $4.50 all day. All day, no problem. It is as basic and simple as one could do.
And here's another Fingers Malloy wedding tip. So what you want to do, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to do a wedding on the cheap, you get, Fingers Malloy, that's me, or Tony Katz, we're both ordained ministers.
The internet says so.
Yes, that's not the cheap part. You grab 7 of these cakes and you stack them one on top of each other. And there you go. You got a wedding cake.
But you do it this
for
way.
$35.
You grab 7 of them, then you do 3, and then you stack 2 on top of it like it's brick style, then 1 on top of that, and that's 6, and you eat the 7th one by yourself for all the hard work you had to do in making the whole cake.
In the corner, eating it by yourself, wondering if you made a huge mistake.
Why isn't this wedding for me? When will my ship come in?
Wow.
Right? It's fine, man.
Yeah.
It's fine. I get why you like it. And for $4.50 all day.
All day, every day.
You are just... Sometimes I think the show shouldn't be on the air. Sometimes I think that we are not necessarily a public service.
I don't understand. We bring to the airwaves fine cigars.
Right.
Sophisticated beverages.
Correct.
And fine desserts.
And then this.
That's why it's called Eat, Drink, Smoke.
It is why it's called Eat, Drink, Smoke. It's such a good gig. Keep it here, guys. It's Eat, Drink, Smoke. Eat, Drink, Smoke. It is your cigar, bourbon, foodie extravaganza. I'm Tony Katz, and that right there is America's favorite amateur drinker, breathing super heavy. Was it the cake?
Just a nice, full, relaxing inhale is what that was. Just a... It feels... A lot of people will relax with a cigar. Some people relax with a cigar, bourbon, and fine pastries.
And Pepperidge Farm coconut cake. We are smoking from Caldwell Cigars. This is what they call, I forget what they call it. They call it the Malpensante. This is from their Crafted and Curated a selection. It's the Savages line, the Malpensante. It's a mouthful, coming in at $17 a stick, which is an Ecuadorian Habano wrapper, Sumatra in the binder, Dominican in the filler. And now I am going to touch this up right now. I have not touched it for a little while here. I think it's smoking nice. I think there's a really nice flavor to this. We were expecting much more spice. No. And I'm totally down with that. There's a nice richness to this cigar. I'm a fan, and I think except for the fact that maybe it's a little tight, it's a little overly packed, and it has 3 bands, and that is making you very unhappy right now as you try and take the bands off there.
I cannot get this band off.
I got a knife if you want.
I don't want to resort to violence. There we go.
Violence against the band?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. I don't need a knife. I don't want to shiv the cigar.
Right? It's not like your Altamont on the Stones. I mean...
Yet. Give me one more piece of cake and I may be.
$17 a stick. It's a nice smoke. Fingers, I understand. You'd rather be at $13 a stick. This is something in the humidor.
Yeah, I said...
There's really something nice here.
Here's one thing I've noticed, though. I don't know if this has been the same for you as far as your experience. The cigar hasn't changed all that much.
No, it hasn't. We haven't seen a
nothing
big
wrong with that.
Growth or movement, I should say, on the cigar. This is the second time in a row something like that has happened. I am okay with that. I am okay with that because there are a couple of these flavors, right? There's that leather bit that's happening. You would question whether or not there's like a walnut that's going on here. It is just, it's well presented. It's well played. That leather is there. I think that, this idea of espresso, is there a coffee element undercurrent? Yes, I do think that there is. I don't know if I would call this overly tobacco forward in terms of big tobacco flavor, but it is really an enjoyable, worthwhile stick. It's smoking very, very well. It's really, there's more about depth. There's a richness that's going on in the cheek, on the tongue. Like it quite a bit.
Yeah, and my only hesitation about the cigar was the price point.
Right.
I was hoping you were going to say $12 to $13 a stick. $17 a stick, that's where I start to pause a little bit. But because for me, I haven't had the issues you've had when it comes to the draw. The draw's just fine for me. It's been low maintenance. I haven't really had to touch it up all that much. Maybe just once or twice.
I've been pretty good with the maintenance too.
So $17 a stick. Yeah, I could see one of these in my humidor.
Now, what we're drinking is the Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Heritage Barrel, coming in at 100 proof, aged 7 years. I am a believer that people will like this. I just don't think it's for me. The bourbons we've done over the last couple of weeks have been sweeter at higher proofs. This was a little more bitter finish for me, and I don't necessarily mind bitter finish. This definitely had a sweetness to it, but it wasn't as big as some of the other ones. You are like, this is a solid presentation.
Absolutely. And again, not to sound cheap, right? But I was hoping this was going to be under $50 a bottle. You got
$61.99.
Yeah, it's still in my liquor cabinet, though. Neat. I got a little bit of dried fruit. There was oak. The finish, there was, for me, a little bit of a chocolate finish, and then the typical Tennessee whiskey banana hit.
I'll give you first of all, I got no banana, but I'll tell you how palates change after having that cake. Mm-hmm. Take the nose. The brown sugar in this jumps off the charts.
That's crazy.
It was sweet before. The brown sugar, we tried this Pepperidge Farm coconut cake that Fingers Malloy grew up with. The brown sugar is off the charts now because of that.
That's wild. So you've got yours on a big rock?
No, I've got a couple of cubes right here.
Oh, okay.
Water brings down proof. That's what it does. But you add a little bit of water, you add some cubes to change the complexion of the drink. Some flavors more pronounced, some more muted. We always do this. You want to do this. You do not know. That's me pouring from one glass to another. That's how you know it's fresh. You don't know how you like it yet. You have no idea how you like your bourbon or your whiskey yet until you try it in all of the ways. So I've got a couple cubes in there, small cubes in there. I'm going in.
He's going in, ladies and gentlemen, and he's doing the Kentucky Chew. And
okay,
now you were saying it felt a little thin to you.
Yeah, well, I don't know if my palate is screwed because of this cake, or if the ice really does open up a little bit of thickness. The heat is still there, center chest. It wants you to know. It wants to introduce itself to your sister. That is, hold on.
Oh, good for you. Going in again.
Yeah, I know that's not for me. I am totally aware that is not my drink.
Just too sweet. And
that is somebody's drink. Someone is going to be very, very, very happy with that Jack Daniels. And so he's going in. Fingers Malloy added a little bit of water to his. Again, open things up. See what flavors move and maneuver. Are we affected by this cake? Which absolutely is possible. Certainly on the nose, I already am. But go ahead.
I got banana right away that time.
Really?
And it brought out there's more vanilla than there was before. That candy, I want to say that dark fruit isn't there. Chocolate on the finish again. Yeah, that's solid. I can understand why for you that may be a little too sweet. Really, with the cake chaser, it makes it even sweeter. But I $60 a bottle. It's in my liquor cabinet, but I wish it were under 50.
Yeah, and I get why people are going to race. By the way, that was the Costco price. I've seen it at other liquor stores for $84.
Okay,
right.
I've struggled with 84.
This is a great example of recognizing a little bit of like how we do things here, and why we do them the way we do them. We don't have a grading system. We don't do points. We don't do any of that stuff. What do we think? And then at that price, is it in our liquor cabinet? In the end, it's up to you to decide. Having done this now for how long have we done this show?
8 years.
Has it been that long? No, 7 years.
Didn't we start in 2018?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
Good for you.
The one thing that we have truly come to understand is that everybody is going to apply these things differently. These values in terms of what they like out of a bourbon or out of a whiskey. But sometimes, and I will say this to our credit, we have gotten to the place where we can say, I know it's not for me, but I know who this is for.
Yeah.
Like you can see where this is, how they have come together with this 80% corn mash bill, corn, malted barley, and rye, and where that drinker is. They're there. This exists for somebody. So Jack, you didn't miss. It's just not for me. You didn't miss at all.
And that's another reason why we don't do the whole point system. And, it's because you don't know what the reviewer had to eat today, what they had to drink today. We're trying to give you an honest opinion on that moment. What did this hit? How did it hit us? And you know what? Somebody who's really breaking down bourbon, they may not be smoking a cigar at the time. They're not eating cake.
Let me give you the translation of what Fingers just said. Here at Eat, Drink, Smoke, we are not pompous jerk faces.
Wow.
I think that's what he just said, and that's the way we like it. That's the way we like it. That's the way, we like it.
How it hits us could be completely different than how it hits you. This is just our opinion of what we're experiencing right now.
And I don't know if $61 is going to be too much for a lot of people. I get where you want to be, but yeah. I think it's going to work. There is nothing worse in the world than seeing a business suffer for no reason at all. Now, don't get me wrong. There are worse things that you can think of. But this is a really terrible story that happened to a group of people we love. It's Eat, Drink, Smoke. I'm Tony Katz. That is America's favorite amateur drinker, Fingers Malloy. And this is about Defiance Beef, who has been a sponsor of ours. We were discussing the future, how we were going to go into the holiday season. Jacob Smoker and his family, I've met his wife. You've met his wife. They have been nothing but fantastic to us, and we're thrilled that we were providing real results for them. And then it's on their website, so I'm not saying anything out of school. We got a call that their packer, the butcher shop that had done the cutting and the packaging and the shipping for them, right? It's their beef, Defiance Beef. You could buy a quarter cow, a half cow, full cow, all these things. And we were offering up free shipping and this and that. Terrific people. And the beef is so good. They got a call from their packager, from their packer. And their packer said to them, we're going out of business. We're closing up shop. And that means that Defiance Beef can't ship. Now, they reached out to other packers they know and all the inspected facilities in the state of Indiana where we are. They're booked a year or more out. They can't get on the schedule. Now, this has a lot to do with certain rules. There are state regulations, there are FDA regulations about how meat can be shipped, and you have to meet these requirements. So while there may be other packers out there, they have to have certain capabilities, certain certifications, etc. And so they wrote that every inspected facility in Indiana is booked a year or more out. We're not done. But this is Jacob speaking here. I won't take your money for something I can't deliver, and I won't pretend everything is fine when it isn't. All orders are paused. All subscriptions are paused. If you paid for something you haven't received, I will make it right personally. If you want to stay informed as we work through this, stay subscribed to our email list. That's where any updates will come first. This farm has been here since 1944. It'll still be here. Jacob Smoker, Defiance Beef. The listening to that phone call from him, because he didn't, spring this on us like, oh, check out the website. He called immediately. It was like, I did everything I could, but I can't. And I don't know exactly how it's all going to work out. Just, he didn't even sound mortified. He sounded beyond, like I guess the term would be shell-shocked. Just, oh my gosh, is this actually happening? I do this. I'm good at this. We know what we're doing. Things are clicking and going and growing. Cannot tell you how bad Fingers and I feel for Jacob and for the whole family. This is not about whether or not we've lost a sponsor. These are good people in a real family business. And I only told Fingers today.
Yeah.
I didn't pick up the phone over the weekend. I'm like, I'm not doing that. Horrible.
It was a gut punch hearing the news, and it wasn't about the sponsorship. It's about good people having their business affected in a way that they weren't expecting. And so I would encourage everyone to go to defiancebeef.com and subscribe to their email list, because who knows what the future could bring. And they may be back to shipping, at some point, but at this point, that's the news, and it's heartbreaking. But stick with them. They're really good people.
They're great people, and we wanted everybody to know, because we are invested. We're not investors. Please don't get me wrong, but we are invested. Bought the beef, wrote the checks, did the thing, and it mattered greatly. So we are not done trying to help them find a way through this. There might be an opportunity for the people, because we happen to be in Indiana, for Indiana to be able to still get this, but that's not what they want. They were getting the orders from across the country. I had someone reach out to me that they were on a business trip in Portland. Where we're heard on KXL. Great station out there. And Portland, Oregon. And he's in the Uber, and he's got his cigar case next to him. And the Uber driver's like, smoke cigars? Yeah, like cigars, smoke cigars. He goes, yeah. And the guy says to the driver, do you like cigars? He goes, oh, I love cigars. I listen to the show Eat, Drink, Smoke all the time. That came in an hour ago, right? Before we started recording. That message came in. It is cool as hell. And those people are ordering. And so, Jacob family, we absolutely love you. We're committed. We're in. And we're going to try and do what we can to help you get through this, make introductions where we can. We don't know exactly. This is not my wheelhouse. I don't know how to make it work. There's no subverting a system here, but we're gonna do what we can. We want to see your success. This is brutal. Then there is, by the way, that's the worst segue I've ever done in my life. Well, enough of their dying business. Let's talk about this. That was scumbagish of me. I don't know how to
How do you segue out of that?
I don't know. I just felt bad when I said it. I was just, I'm better than that. I'm better than that.
You know what? Have some cake.
Did you cut yourself a second slice?
Yes, and that was a really half-hearted offer because I'm going to eat this cake right now.
God. Substack, which is where a lot of people have their websites. Of course, if you go to eatdrinksmokeshow.com, you can see ours right there. We are on Substack. That's where we're at. Fingers, don't worry. I'll talk. You just eat your...
I'm listening. I'll chime in when I need to.
Your Pepperidge Farm coconut cake right there.
It's fabulous.
And so when we write things, we write all our own things. But Substack has a new feature that can show you which of your favorite newsletters are being written using AI. Good. AI is not meant to write articles. And when I see that stuff, I go nuts. And when I see that stuff from like connected to anything I'm doing, I lose my stuff. I have no issue with AI. But there is something to be said. You just ate that cake in 3 bites. Mm-hmm. 3 bites.
Didn't use AI at all.
No, that was full fingers right there. You can tell. You can tell when it's AI. Right? The stuff is all super impressive, but authentic is authentic, and it comes from a promise. Right? Do we create some graphics with AI? Absolutely we do. Have we done research with AI? Absolutely we have. Write an article, tell a story? Gosh, no, that's not it. That's not it.
I think you need to be upfront about what you're doing when it comes to AI. I freely admit I use AI to edit my stuff. I use AI to come up with graphics because I am really bad at graphics.
When you say editing is different, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Isn't editing different? Because the concept came from you.
Yes.
Now you're utilizing a tool like a grammar software to figure out where you can shorten something up, fit a certain number of words, etc.
That's where I get confused with this AI pushback. I use Grammarly. I use different AI tools. But people are really getting upset about this stuff. Now, if you're building your whole business in using AI for that, boy, that's troubling. But I don't see a problem with, okay, this is my idea. I've written this out. Gosh, I've written for several websites. I've written for the Washington Times. Had editors.
Yeah.
So a second set of eyes to look at things. There should be no problem doing that. What troubles me about what Substack is doing is got to make sure the technology is completely there to where you don't want to start branding stuff that's AI that isn't AI.
Oh, that's a good point. Because I would argue that brand's a bad brand. If you've got a brand that you're like, it's all AI creation, that is not good. And the pushback is real. And I think that it's about honesty with the audience you're trying to reach, that this was from you, your mind, your soul, your thoughts. And I do think that matters. I think that matters greatly. So no, this is not AI. Fingers and I are real. Fingers just really ate that cake. Mm-hmm. We really did drink the Jack Daniels, the Heritage right there. It's actually called the Jack Daniels Single Barrel Heritage Barrel, coming in at 100 proof, $61.99 a bottle. We did that, and we did smoke for sure from Caldwell Cigars. We did smoke the Malpensante cigar, and at $17, I'm a buyer for sure. Find everything at eatdrinksmokeshow.com. It's Eat Drink Smoke.